South Africa, my name is Kwena Maloto, coming to you live today from Constantia Kloof VD here in Roodepoort. I'm continuing our tour with DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen as we go across the country from VD to see what is going on. Our message to the people of South Africa is very clear. Please stay in the queues. We know that there are long queues at several voting stations. It's not all voting stations though, but if you are stuck in a queue, remember that this election is about survival and the stakes are too high to leave. We saw inside the UK tens of thousands of people traveling hundreds of kilometers to stand in lines for hours, and if they can do it, we can do it, because this is a country worth rescuing. So please remember to keep up with our broadcasts by liking our social media accounts and keep up with the conversation using the hashtag RescueSA. And if you voted, please post a picture of your thumb and say hashtag VoteDA. Let's get trending and let's sure people know that we are out in the streets. Please stay tuned. We'll be back shortly with our DA Federal Leader, John Steenhuisen, after this ad.
Hey, what's up, South Africa? It's Lloyd Taylor here. And as you head out to the voting polls and you rescue South Africa, I have an important message for you. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Whether you're a mother or whether you're a brother, just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Change we're making, it's all for the taking. Just stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue, stay in the queue. Stay in the queue. Just stay in the queue. Go and make a difference. Let's rescue South Africa. Stay in that queue.
And we are back, joined by DA Federal Leader John Steenhuisen. John, you've been traveling across the country, started the day in KZN, now here in Johannesburg. How have you been feeling about this election so far?
I'm feeling so positive about this election. It has been great to see the turnout from opposition voters, and lots of opposition voters are turning out, and that's why the stations are busy. That's why you're seeing queues. So don't be discouraged. It's a great sign. It means that our DA voters are coming out in big numbers to come and vote to rescue South Africa. If you are in a queue, I'm asking you, please stay in the queue. Your vote, your one vote, could be the difference between another 5 years of the ANC and the EFF or change. And I think we're all ready for change. So please, your vote is important, and your vote could be the one that tips the scales in the favor of a new future for South Africa. There's so much at stake here in this election. Please don't stay at home. Please come out and vote. You've got till 9 p.m. this evening. And remember, as long as you're in the queue by 9 p.m., you will be able to vote. Even though it may take longer, you will be able to vote, provided you are in the queue by 9 p.m. this evening. Don't forget your green barcoded ID book or your smart ID or your temporary identification certificate that will enable you to vote. So please don't be put off by the queues. There's not queues at every station. There are some stations that are busier than others, but this is a good sign. It means that the people of this country are hungry for change and they're ready to rescue South Africa.
Yeah, no, we are ready to rescue South Africa now. I think it's important to remember what a vote means, especially for those standing in long queues at the moment or those who are at home debating whether they're going to come out. What could South Africa look like over the next few years if the DA were to take over, when every South African comes out and votes and gets behind the DA?
Well, what I'm asking South Africans to do is, when you think about voting, think about your family, think about your children, think about your future and their future, and the type of country we can have. We can have a country that works. We can have an economy that's growing. We can have hospitals that heal the sick. We can have schools that give our children the best education possible. We can have communities that are safe with proper policing through localized policing. We can have so many of other things that are working. We can end load shedding. We can end water shedding. We can make sure that there's proper service delivery. But we can only have those things if you use your vote to vote for them. And that is why I'm telling voters that there's just too much on the ballot paper in this election to stay at home. If you want a better future, if you want a country that's working, if you want a government that works for you and not the politicians, well, then you've got to vote for it and use the most powerful weapon you have in a democracy to affect change, and that is that vote that you will hold in your hand. Vote DA on all 3 ballot papers, put them in the box, and we will wake up to a country that is better, stronger, and more prosperous under a new government anchored by a strong DA.
John, thank you so much. You heard it here. Just a few hours to go. Remember that as long as you are inside a queue before 9 o'clock, you have the right to vote. So please, everyone, go out there. The stakes have never been higher. We need to rescue South Africa, and we can do it today. Thank you so much. We're going to be going to another voting station just now. So stay tuned. We'll be back.
Stay in the queue. South Africa has the potential to be a great nation, but it breaks my heart hearing from so many people who are struggling to feed their families. People are tired of corruption, tired of load shedding, tired of empty promises, but it doesn't have to be this way. The Democratic Alliance is on a mission to rescue South Africa. Where the DA already governs, life is better. And that is why millions of people are moving to DA governments. Every day, we are working harder to do more. For the first time in 30 years, united as the multi-party charter for South Africa, we have a real chance to bring in a new national government that works. A strong Democratic Alliance will anchor a new government that can rescue South Africa. But we need every single South African to unite and join the rescue mission.
A strong DA can rescue South Africa. Vote DA.
Thanks for watching. All across our beautiful country, people are joining forces to elect the new government that can rescue South Africa. Like and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Please share our videos with friends and family. Let's rescue South Africa. Vote DA.